Here we are in Rollingwood, Texas. Today we're going to try to find and locate the Bandit Cave that I wrote a news article about. Let's see if we can find it. Now here is what is believed to be Bandit's Cave, or Bandit Cave, here in Rollingwood, Texas. Let's go down and take a look. Gotta be very careful, it's very slippery and steep. And here's the steel door I was telling you guys all about. Here's the path. And that's the door. It's been sealed shut since 1988. Nothing much has changed here. Here's the front entrance. We can't get into the cave because it is soldered shut with iron on both sides. There appears to be some paint markings right over here. Possibly lead paint, who knows? Maybe even graffiti. See if we can get deeper into this cave right here. There's not too much very interesting in here though. Rollingwood boasts many caves, and Bandit's Cave is one of them. One of Rollingwood's most unique features is Bandit's Cave, better known as Bandit Cave. Bandit Cave is 440 feet long with a depth of 10 feet. The cave has two entrances, with one of the entrances being a walk-in entrance. The cave has standing room in it. A crawlway exited at Lake Austin in the cliff above Red Bud Isle. The cave exits at Lake Austin in the cliffs above Red Bud Isle. Bandit Cave was wired for lighting at one point in time, but the wiring now is non-functioning. Bandit Cave in Rollingwood, Texas has been around since at least 1840, and the cave has most definitely existed before the Texas Revolution. The cave does not show up on the 1839 City of Austin topographic map prepared and laid out by city planner architect Ed Waller. Bandit Cave has gone under many sets of different names and alternate aliases over the years, such as Bandit's Cave, Rollingwood Cave, and a Men's Cave. Bandit Cave is most commonly known as Bandit Cave, or simply as Bandit's Cave. To Rollingwood residents, this is known as Rollingwood Cave. Bandit's Cave was reputed to have been the hideout of a gang who robbed the Texas Treasury of $17,000 in 1860. The treasury was $17,000 worth of gold and silver coins located in the cave. The bandits were never caught and the loot was not recovered. During the Civil War is when Bandit Cave became a hideout for bandits and outlaws on the run. The cave served as a hideout for bandits during the Civil War as well. After the Civil War, is when the hideout became more or less abandoned. The original entrances were filled with cement. Over the years, Bandit Cave has gone through different hands of ownership from various homeowners who purchased the property. Colonial Charles M. Crawford and his wife owned Bandit Cave from 1840 through much of the Civil War. Cecil Johnson and Cecil Johnson Jr. owned much of the land through much of the early 20th century. Lillian Crider owned the land from the 1950s to 1971. Lillian Crider sold the property to Velma Shirtliff in 1971, where they continued the tradition of the Rollingwood Women's Club to hold Halloween parties for the neighborhood children inside the cave until 1988. Prior to 1988, the Rollingwood community held Halloween parties in the cave. That all came to an abrupt halt in the year 1988 for fear out of vandalism attacks. In 1988 is when the property was sold to a man named Dan McNamara. Dan McNamara is the man responsible for soldering the Bandit Cave shut with an iron door. He soldered the cave shut with iron on both sides, so the door is locked on both sides. If you ever attempt to go in, you can't. But anyway, he soldered the Bandit Cave shut out of fear of vandalism attacks that could possibly occur. Dan McNamara was under pressure to continue the tradition of having Halloween parties hosted inside Bandit Cave. He resisted, of course. Dan McNamara is very protective of Bandit Cave. He has not even let biologists into his cave to study the biology inside of this cave. There are digging leads in the cave, but the diggers gave up after several attempts of hitting limestone. Today, Bandit Cave belongs to a man named Dan McNamara, who wishes to preserve the cave itself. Bandit's Cave is privately owned and off-limits to the public. Dan McNamara is very protective of Bandit Cave. The land and Bandit Cave are still owned by Dan McNamara and his family. Bandit Cave is located in a vacant lot at the intersection of Riley Road and Pickwick Lane in Rollingwood, Texas.